Look at the world around us. We are standing at a massive crossroads in human history, facing what is arguably one of the greatest challenges humanity has ever encountered. The stakes literally could not be higher. Today, in this explainer, we're unpacking the hard data, the environmental realities, and the future of our planet. And more importantly, we're uncovering what you can actually do to shape it. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive right into this. I want you to truly imagine a world where coastal cities are completely underwater. Imagine a reality where summer heat waves actually become lethal, where vast ancient forests just burn to the ground, and where mighty glaciers simply disappear. Imagine millions upon millions of people being forced to pack up their entire lives and leave their homes. The chilling reality here is that this isn't some distant science fiction movie. This is happening right now, all across the globe. Section 1. The Climate Crisis Explained. So what exactly is climate change? Well, to understand the massive shifts we're seeing, we first have to understand the mechanics of our atmosphere, specifically the greenhouse effect. Now, it's an entirely natural process. In fact, without it, the Earth would be a frozen wasteland, kind of like Mars. It works by naturally trapping the sun's heat. But here's the catch. Human activities are severely overloading this system. We are pumping excessive carbon dioxide and methane into the air, which basically thickens that atmospheric blanket and rapidly heats up the planet. Now, you might be thinking, hasn't Earth's climate naturally shifted many times throughout its history? And you'd be absolutely right. However, today's changes are happening at an entirely abnormal, completely unprecedented speed. Our modern warming isn't some slow geological shift happening over tens of thousands of years. It's a rapid spike spanning just a few generations, and it's directly tied to that massive increase in greenhouse gases we just talked about. Section 2. Causes of a Warming World. Let's move to and see how this builds. Because if the natural greenhouse effect has been overloaded, we have to ask, what's doing the overloading? Well, scientists overwhelmingly agree on this. It's us. Starting back in the 1800s with the Industrial Revolution, humans began burning coal, oil, and natural gas at massive scale. By the 1900s, this exploded into a huge global network of factories, cars, and power plants. And then by the 2000s, mass deforestation and industrial agriculture really compounded the issue. Basically, our incredible industrial progress came with a heavy, hidden cost. To really break that down, we've got three main drivers here. First, there's the ongoing burning of fossil fuels. Second, deforestation. You see, trees act as this vital sponge, absorbing carbon dioxide from the air. So when we clear-cut forests, we literally destroy the Earth's natural ability to heal itself. And third, agriculture. Modern farming on a massive scale produces incredible amounts of methane. And yes, a surprisingly large portion of that comes directly from the digestive systems of livestock. It turns out, even cow burps are a serious climate issue when you multiply them by the millions. Over time, all these gases just build up and drive global temperatures higher. Section 3. Warning Signs and Impacts. So, we understand the atmospheric science, right? But what does this mean for the ground we actually walk on? Well, the warning signs are flashing red. Global temperatures are steadily rising. Ancient glaciers are melting away. Sea levels are creeping up on our shores. We are enduring heat waves, catastrophic floods, and devastating droughts that totally defy historical norms. And we're battling larger, far more destructive wildfires. The scientific consensus here is crystal clear. If temperatures keep rising, these impacts are only going to multiply. Section 4. The Human Cost. You know, it's really easy to look at melting ice caps and burning forests and think of this solely as a tragedy for nature. But I want to make this absolutely clear to you right now. Climate change is not just an environmental issue. It is profoundly, deeply a human issue. It threatens the very foundations of how we live, where we live, and ultimately how we survive. The reality on the ground is just staggering. Right now, farmers are facing shifting weather patterns that directly threaten our fundamental food and water supplies. Whole communities are being leveled by stronger and stronger storms. Millions of people are facing the terrifying prospect of becoming climate refugees, completely displaced from their homes by rising seas. Add to that a sharp increase in health problems caused by extreme heat and pollution, and the human toll becomes totally undeniable. And crucially, we really have to look at how this burden is shared globally. The data reveals a pretty tragic paradox. Poorer nations, the ones who historically and currently contribute the absolute least to global emissions, are unfortunately suffering the most severe, devastating consequences. It's a massive imbalance. Section 5, Solutions for a Better Future. And this brilliantly illustrates that we must not surrender to despair. Because the beautiful thing about human ingenuity is our incredible capacity to innovate when we're faced with an existential threat. We're already seeing a massive global effort. Countries are aggressively investing in solar and wind power. Electric vehicles? They're rapidly moving from novelty to the norm. We're developing technologies to literally pull carbon straight out of the air, and we're launching massive initiatives to protect forests and plant new trees. The worst effects of this crisis can absolutely still be avoided. Now, it is really easy to look at massive global infrastructure projects and feel, well, kind of powerless. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. Especially for the students and younger generations tuning into this explainer right now, your individual choices are absolutely critical pieces of this giant puzzle. Small actions, when you multiply them by millions of people, create profound, unstoppable change. So, what do those actionable steps actually look like for you and me? Well, it starts right at home, simply being mindful of turning off lights and managing your heating. It means reducing your everyday waste and just being a bit more conscious of what you consume. It's choosing public transit, carpooling, or biking to cut personal emissions. And maybe most importantly, it's using your voice and your wallet to support sustainable products and businesses. Literally, anyone can start doing this today. Ultimately, this brings us all to a really powerful realization. The decisions we make today are going to directly shape the world of tomorrow. Yes, the climate crisis is undeniably a looming disaster. But look at it this way. It is also a profound, totally unprecedented opportunity. It's our chance to innovate at a scale we've never seen before, to protect the natural world that sustains us, and to actively build a fundamentally better, cleaner future for the generations that will follow us. The science is absolutely clear. The warming of our world is real, and the impacts are already here. So the most important question remaining isn't about whether this is actually happening. The real question is, what do we choose to do about it? Because the future of our incredible planet is not locked in yet. It is still being written. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.